can stop the blood.
We know that if you take a look at the rich people, the super rich people who fund anti-labor efforts like right to work or paycheck deception or the prohibition of dues deduction, if you take a look at the rich people who fund the efforts to try to undercut the advancements made by the civil rights movement, like was done here a few years ago when they made affirmative action illegal, when you take a look at the rich people, the super rich people who do everything they can to fund vouchers and all the other attempts to undercut public education, you know what you find. You find the same people in each column.
So Matthew 7 verses 15 to 20 says, "Watch out for false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ferocious wolves. By their fruit you recognize them. Every good tree bears good fruit, but a bad tree bears bad fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus by their fruit you will recognize them." Well, we have some bad fruit here in Michigan. Right to work is a false prophet, a bad tree. It is time to chop it down.
Facts. 2000, we had great union jobs in Oklahoma. The governor, the president of the State Chamber of Commerce told a lie and said industry was waiting at the state line to come in. As soon as the citizens voted for right to work and passed it, it was a very tight race. Industry left. It was right to work for less. We have less union jobs. We have less decent paying non-union jobs. Prior to the vote, we had 140,000 citizens who did not have health care. Today we have over 600,000 and counting.
The governor does not run the state, the people run the state. So on November 8th, which is right around the corner, we are going to be voting no on issue 2. Issue 2 is the same as Senate Bill 5, which would restrict collective bargaining, make it unsafe for our firefighters if they would not be allowed to negotiate the number of firefighters on their trucks. Our nurses would not be able to negotiate the number of staff and clients. The teachers would not be able to negotiate classroom size and so forth. We must stop what's happening in our states and understand that the governors do not run these states. The people run these states. Thank you.
We denounce this effort to bring right to work to Michigan. We call on our legislators to support collective bargaining, to ensure fair wages, health care, safe working conditions, to ensure our teachers are equipped to provide high-quality education for all our students in Michigan and in this country. We fight against making Michigan a right-to-work state.
This is the richest, most powerful nation ever known to man, and became the richest, most powerful nation ever known to man because of the working class of America, most of whom were unionized workers. It is a sin and a shame, as my grandmother used to say, that some of the very people who were the beneficiaries of the labor movement are the ones who are now seeking to destroy it. We must make sure that we send a clear, concise, and emphatic message to them, as my brother David Gray said, hell no, right to work has got to go. Not here, not now, not ever. Thank you.
Right to work bill, which we know is more accurately described as the right to work for less. All workers, we know, when you have non-union, larger numbers of non-union workplaces, earn less and have less benefits. This is particularly true, disproportionately even so for workers who are people of color. For instance, African Americans earn 39% less money in non-union jobs, and Latinos earn 50% less money on non-union jobs.
Martin Luther King Jr. once said, in our glorious fight for civil rights, we must guard against being fooled by false slogans as right to work. It provides no rights. It provides no works. Its purpose is to destroy labor unions and the freedom of collective bargaining. We demand that this fraud be stopped. We are the people with the power, and with us, this fraud will be stopped.